Good morning, Rochester. This is the Mount Hope Reservoir, now known as Highland Park Reservoir in Rochester. I'm JD Isles, and this is Hidden Landmarks History. Now, it is a beautiful day, and I'm thrilled it's a beautiful day because this is a beautiful, beautiful reservoir. Now, this reservoir dates back to 1876. This water hails from Hemlock Lake, and of course, this is all part of Highland Park. Highland Park, well known in Rochester. In 1888, 20 acres was donated to the city. That was the beginning of Highland Park, donated by George Ellwanger and Patrick Barry. They were the owners of the Mount Hope Nurseries at the time. I think Mount Hope Nurseries in the late 1800s, somewhere between 400 and 500 acres. So it was immense. And of course, Highland Park, which we're looking down on right now, is a piece of this. Highland Park, of course, designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, and the Olmsted boys designed most of Rochester's parks. Now, we are in front of the controversial yellow brick gatehouse. Now, there's another gatehouse a little further on down. This gatehouse, yellow brick, hold on, gonna get my notes for you. I'm doing this more or less live, folks. This gatehouse was built in 1902. Olmsted's nephew, like I said, the Olmsted boys, they did a lot of the park design, construction during that period. His nephew, John Charles, absolutely hated this building. And he hated it for two reasons. Reason number one, and I'll give you a look at it as we talk. Reason number one that he did not like it is that it blocked the pedestrians' natural flow past the reservoir. And I can kind of agree with that. He also considered it an eyesore, mainly because the yellow color really didn't fit in with the park's naturalistic setting. And I can kind of agree with that one, but looking at it through the modern lens, it's a pretty handsome gatehouse. Now, what purpose do these gatehouses serve? Primarily, as you can imagine, they were used to control the water level in the reservoir. They controlled pumps, etc., etc. Now, I think in this day and age, its newer cousin here is probably the one that's doing all the controlling. He was born in 1985, but I am pretty sure gatehouse number 2 in glorious yellow brick was probably glad of the break. So one of the features of the park that is no longer here, sadly, once stood right at this location. This used to be where the children's pavilion used to be. It was built in 1890. It was actually dedicated by George Ellwanger and Patrick Barry, who were the guys that owned the nursery, who donated this land originally. Now, to call this the children's pavilion is kind of an understatement. It was a massive 2-story observation structure, and it gave you a panoramic vista of not only the reservoir and the park, but the entire city. Now, sadly, it was taken down in the 60s. It probably needed a break, but it would have been amazing to see it in all of its original glory. So this is the other extremely charming gatehouse that you will find if you come visit the reservoir here at Highland Park in Rochester.